I have to get off this island.
Shaq here. The Secret Order has an old and trusted ally. They have watched over you for your entire life. Now is time to call upon them. Your unique, bassy voice registers within their hearing range. Touch your gold bond and speak. They will appear.
Hello? Yinlo Wang is decimating the peaceful town of Hunglo. Thank you, Seymour Prophet. I am forever in your debt. What have they done? My home.
Now, did you enjoy the map for the first stage of this game?
Well, here it is, but blown up.
Welcome back, Shaq.
It does actually get different later on, but most of the first area is technically just several parts of the first stage laid out again.
Also, was that Michael Moore?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why.
And they clearly didn't bother doing an actual voice.
Well, whales don't talk.
You know what? I don't give a shit. Because at this point, like, would it really matter?
Yes, this is the deepest lore.
Deepest lore that all these guiles are gonna come beat you up again.
Top 10 anime deaths. Yay, yay.
Give me some juice.
This game will probably have like top 10 picks taken before disaster, and it's right before the ass boss.
No, I think top 10 picks taken before disaster is the update where they said we're releasing the game. I didn't think it was that funny, but thanks.
No, just, oh, I don't know why I didn't think of that. The follow-up could be, we're releasing the DLC. Oh, that means we gotta do the DLC, right?
You know me too well.
Yeah, whenever they decide to send it to you, despite it being available already, I think, but backers don't.
So I might as well explain this now. The DLC is supposed to be available now to people who bought a physical version of Shaq Fu: Legend Reborn. Because this did get a physical release. However, I thought that it was tied to the code that was in the little insert for the game, but the company who did that, called Wired Productions, their site is still technically in beta. So if you try entering the code, there's a good chance that you'll just get an error, and then when you try to enter it again, it'll say, this code's already been used. Credit where it's due, they did get back to me and say, we're sorry about this, we'll even give you some extra points to spend on shit. The DLC is not actually tied to that code though. See, when you first install the game, if you have the physical version, it patches in compatibility for the DLC and gives you trophy information for it. They just haven't actually released it yet. Except if you're one of like a handful of streamers that they sent promotional things to. They have access to it.
That doesn't sound, you know, backer friendly.
Yeah, well, even if you were a backer and you pledged at the DLC level, they still haven't gotten it either. The only people who have, as far as I can tell, are the people who got those promo packages. Because, I mean, the DLC's not even in the shop right now.
Hold it. Who's in charge here?
I'm in charge here.
And who are you?
I'm game designer.
All right, Mr. Game Designer, I am tired of this dramatic music. Give me something with a beat.
Okay, yes, I have idea. Here is beat.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, let's go.
So how much do you like copyright claims?
Oh God. Yeah, you showed me this song already.
Yeah, this is What's Up Doc, Can We Rock? On Vivo it says Shaquille O'Neal featuring Fushnikins. That should be the other way around. Shaquille O'Neal's featured on this.
The YouTube comments even make that clear.
To smash.
So the game got delayed because of the advertising and not getting the rights to this.
No, it was rights in general, not just for the advertising. Probably also for the song, and for some of the material that they were referencing in the game.
Also, I'm kind of bored of games doing that fourth wall break, you know? It's just kind of like, hold on, let's just break it right now.
I'm coming for you, Yinlo
I'm
Wang.
okay with it, but that's because I haven't played a lot of games that have done that lately.
Yeah, I think in my case I've been sort of desensitized to it, and I'm usually okay with it if it's like done well. I still think Conker's Bad Fur Day had one of the best ways to do it. And that's because it happens like right at the end of the game, like the very last thing. Whereas here, yeah, it's near the end of the game, but you're still doing other stuff.
We're going to be doing plenty of, as you phrased it, other stuff for a while.
Yeah, like once again, killing hundreds of enemies. What's up, Doc?
I will say that even with this suit on hard mode, these sequences are ridiculous. Like, your damage output is just so small that you get overwhelmed incredibly easily, even with the Shaq Diesel suit.
Is there any reason to beat hard mode?
No,
Then why?
because I didn't know anybody else who had done it.
Wait, is there even a trophy for it?
No,
Then why? There's no reward. There's no reason.
because, you see, there was a leaderboard for it on speedrun.com, and I was like, that leaderboard's looking pretty empty.
I'll tell you right now. You need Shaq and rights.
Shaq to rights.
Shaq to rights. Oh god. No, that was last episode with the tequila bottle. I mean, Shaq hasn't blown up a motorcycle and propelled himself into the back of a plane. So,
Yet.
yeah. 'Cause I don't know how this game's gonna end. Other than, also make sure you don't jump in front of these.
Yeah, don't. It behaves the same way as the mines.
Shaq pushes it too hard. That's why kills everyone in one hit except the big ones.
Also, the hitbox on the boulders is such that if an enemy is standing next to it, and you start moving it, they'll get just instantly knocked out.
Yeah, all those bone crunching splats.
So we'll go in more detail on this later, but I feel like I don't hate this game as much as I should.
I don't know. I'm not giving the best impression from this. It's because it just seems more boring than anything. Because there's no two-player Shaq, right? You can't even buddy
Nope,
up.
no multiplayer.
That's dumb. Beat 'em ups usually can strive off of having multiple player. I mean, I guess having two Shaqs would make the universe explode because there could only be one. But why don't you concede and add that bitch Kobe in?
Well, don't tell the SNES version of Final Fight that. They think you're
Oh.
fine with one player.
Oh, well, I guess you could just consider that a port or something. But, like, take Double Dragon.
Stop. Hey, game designer, get down here.
Yes, the Shaq. I hear.
Stop with the unlimited enemies. That's some free-to-play crap.
I thought it was good idea.
What do you think this is, Flappy Shack?
Okay, okay. I give you something freaky fresh.
This is ridiculous.
I agree.
But you're sending 100 enemies again!
No,
When
it's
you
200.
just said not to! You don't do that joke! You don't do that and then just put the hundreds of enemies in again! What, it's because you're Shactus now? No! How fucking dare you?
Are you done?
Yeah, well, I'm not done until this video is done, which is not for a while.
Oh, actually, since it's using a bunch of enemies from the first level, I should recall a time when Shaq had some interesting words for Chinese basketball player Yao Ming. This is back when Yao was still coming into the league, and O'Neal told the reporter, and this is a quote, "You tell Yao Ming, Ching Chong Yang Wa Aso." And O'Neal said he really regretted this quote. But
Oh, I wonder why!
yeah,
That does not hold up! And it never held up!
to his credit, Yao responded with, "Chinese is hard to learn. I had trouble with it when I was little too."
I guess that's one way to do it.
There were quite a few instances in the past of Shaq letting his mouth get ahead of his brain.
Well, that's still kind of a thing today, I guess.
Well, if you count the JaVale McGee thing.
Has this song been looping correctly, you feel?
About as best as it can.
Yeah, so it's like not an abrupt end and then restart of the song, right?
Yeah, it doesn't just cut off and then restart. It actually does loop properly.
Okay, alright, I'll appreciate that. What's up, Doc? Also, note that you can't swear either. I heard a lyric just not be there. Censored version confirmed.
Actually, I'm gonna look at the lyrics and see if I can figure out where the censored thing was. Actually, the lyrics are all over the place for this song. Because one's just talking about gangs, one's talking about breakfast cereals. I know they're talking kind of fast in this, but do you want to hear some of the lyrics?
Alright, sure.
Snow White is after my 7 dwarfs, my styles, and after me Lucky Charms. So leaf and leprechauns, be glad I'm pushing my pedal to the metal. I'm rugged and rough for Cocoa Puffs, and yes, I love my Fruity Pebbles.
So no wonder it took ages to get the rights. They had to make sure they wouldn't get sued by all those cereal companies and Disney.
So who is the nicest in your neighborhood? Lyrics are Mary Mary quite contrary and Captain Crunch very good. My lyrics are smooth like the head on Terry Savalas. My tongue starts to quicken like Speedy Gonzalez.
What does Shaq say?
It's about basketball, if you could believe that. I'm the hooper, the hyper, protected by Viper. When I rock the hoop, yo, you'd better decipher. In other words, you'd better make a funky decision. Whoo! Because I'm... That's actually one of the lyrics.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'ma be a Shaq knife and cut you with precision. Forget Tony Danza, I'm the boss. When it comes to money, I'm like Dick Butt Costs.
Wait, no, wait, Dick Butt?
Used to clean my wounds.
His name is Dick Butkus, but he had to, like, stretch it to make it rhyme with boss.
I thought you said Dick Butt. And I would have been like, okay, that's what they censored.
Now, who's the first to pick me? Word is born, and not a Christian Leitner, not Alonzo Mourning. These are basketball people. That's okay, not being braggadocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh.
Peace, I gotta go. I ain't no joke. Now I slam it. What? Jam it. And make sure it's broke.
Now you said word is born.
Word is born.
Fight the war. Fuck the... Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what part got censored.
Maybe I just misheard it and it was just an actual line break.
Or maybe it was the line, oh where has my mic gone? Tell me, have you seen her? I stretched like a condom and it gets plump like a wiener.
What was this game rated?
Let's see, I gotta check. Teen.
I think wiener's passable. I don't know.
I don't know, after what, like the GameCube version of a Tony Hawk game censored PlayStation 2, I don't know how censorship works anymore.
Or N64 Tony Hawk, where the song just gets completely rearranged.
Oh yeah, like the Dead Kennedy song has no lyrics in the N64 version.
Or Guerrilla Radio, where hell is backwards, and the whole song is just completely out of order. This final fight better be worth it, but I'm not expecting it to be.
In the meantime, Shaq's advertising history. Obviously, Gold Bond and Icy Hot. Can you tell me some other things he's advertised?
I don't know the name of the product unless it was Gold Bond, but...
Yes.
Oh, you know exactly which one I was gonna say?
Yeah, it's Gold Bond.
That was Nurture Your Skin?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, then I'm drawing a blank.
Well, in the 90s he did...
Oh! Oh, I think I got one. Wasn't he in the General commercial?
Yes.
Yeah, that I know, because that's sort of recent-ish.
I gotta put up, like, video or an image of him and the General side by side.
And we're talking strictly advertising, not hosting, right?
Yeah, advertising.
Okay, because I would have once again referenced the Hall of Game Awards on Cartoon Network.
No.
Where he hosted and had his car blown up and he got really sad about it.
Destiny?
That is my human name.
You're Yin-Lo Wang?
Now you're getting it.
And you're also?
Keep going.
It can't be.
20 years ago, soon after I began my campaign to Moronize the world, I adopted my first PR baby. The public response was so positive that I got another, and another. There were 8 of you. You were the runt, so small I used to carry you around in my Dolce & Gabbana handbag on my tour of China. That's when I learned of the prophecy. And that you would be my demise. I couldn't let that happen.
When I was a baby, a young whale named Seymour Prophet saved me from drowning. Someone had thrown me into the ocean in a handbag filled with bricks.
Shaq, that was so long ago. Look at you now, so big and strong. Join me, and we can rule the world as mother and son.
You ain't my mama. You just a demon hiding inside an aging pop star who's struggling to remain relevant!
Long story short, Shaq is Destiny's Child.
Featuring Madonna nipples.
This boss can actually do a decent amount of damage if you get hit by those. Like, even the shockwave does okay damage. But attacks are still pretty easy to avoid. Anyway, Shaq's advertising. In the 90s, he did a lot of stuff for Pepsi and Reebok. He's also advertised for Nestle Crunch. And I mentioned before, he owns a Krispy Kreme thing. He is a Krispy Kreme spokesperson.
I feel like I remember the Pepsi or the Nesquik one, actually. That was a while ago. So it's fuzzy. Also, who is that celebrity supposed to be?
I don't know. It could be so many of them, because honestly, ones like these just blend together for me.
I only guessed Madonna based on torpedo tits right here.
Yeah, it would make sense. Now, this attack only happens if you do the QuickTime event on the head. So if you were speedrunning this, you would just avoid doing that entirely. The only reason you would do it is because for each kick you do on the head, it gives you back a little health.
So it's mainly if you need it.
Yeah.
But you're Shaq, you don't need it. The only thing that killed you was a damn rolling ball, and that was by your own hand.
Okay, a couple more nicknames.
Oh, there was no more advertising?
Here and there, but nothing really worth mentioning. How about LCL?
No.
Yes. LCL stands for Last Center Left, because he considered himself better than the other guys who played his position, aka the last true center left in the NBA.
What's up, Doc?
You may have defeated me now, but long after your bones have turned to dust, I will return. I won't stop until all of humanity wails in the depths of hell.
We Chinese are resourceful people. Our gifts to the world are many, like fireworks, toothbrushes, and General Tso's chicken.
Is this going somewhere?
But obelisks that allow demonic souls to travel between Earth and Hell, not so smart. But I'm about to remedy that right now.
Oh, crap.
It was over. I thought about all that had passed. I thought about Ye. I may have slain a few demons, but deep down, I was still just a poor Chinese rickshaw driver.
Who's there?
Where to?
Gold Bond!
Yeah?
We have problem. I think we may have missed the darkest, most evil demon of them all. The man with the power to stupefy the entire world with just a few words.
Mere mortals tremble when they look at me. You don't get it. God worships me. I'm everywhere. I'm all powerful. I'm omnipotent.
Let's go whoop some demon ass!
Music, please.
And that's the end of that chapter.
Big Daddy.
So I mentioned before, I don't think I hate this game as much as I should. That's because of the expectations I had for the game. I wasn't expecting it to be good. I was just expecting it to be better than the first Shaq Fu, which frankly it is.
Because it seems at least playable, but it's like so stale that, you know, because one of the big problems with the original is that it just played terribly.
Well, yeah, the controls sucked, and Shaq as a character was just completely incapable in that game. He was this big-ass hitbox with a bunch of really slow, ineffective moves. Whereas in this game, he's almost too effective, so they just overdo it on the enemies to try and give you some sort of challenge. That and the boss design is pretty weak.
Well, yeah. I mean, ugh.
The nicest thing I can say about this is it controls well, and some of the music is okay. I mean, outside of that 5th level music, which got pretty annoying very quickly.
Very special thanks to Shaquille O'Neal, or else this would have been called something else. Oh, you're just speeding it.
I have to fast forward this. It is way too long.
The song's better now.
Well, now it sounds like Eurobeat, but with Busta Rhymes vocals thrown over it.
Oh, God.
Which is something I think I have to do now. Oh, I mentioned before some of the names are duplicated. It's primarily toward the bottom of the list that happens. Which makes me think that they started checking this and then just didn't finish checking it once they got to, like, the T's.
Oh, I see it. There you are. Oh, no.
Yep.
I saw it. Yep, you were there.
And they don't have voice credits, but I would be there too.
Oh, you did a voice?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Do you know where?
Yes, I do.
Where was it?
Actually, this is something I do like about the game is once you hit a checkpoint, you can just start from it whenever you want. This is actually really handy for when you're trying to speedrun this.
Yeah, so you could, like, practice sections and stuff.
So, do you remember the really fat metal guy who swings a guitar at you in, I think it was stage 3 or 4?
Not really.
Death Rocker, that's the one. That was the one I did the voice for.
Oh.
Except when I sent it to them, they were like, the voice isn't deep enough, so they pitch shifted it down.
Oh. Do you remember what you said? Or what kind of grunts you did?
Prepare to die. I'll drink bourbon from your skull. I'm gonna thrash your bones. Face melter.
Prepare to die! Sounds like a damn cat screaming from the kitchen of my favorite restaurant. You'll pay for that! I'll drink bourbon from your skull! Face melter!
And then just a bunch of getting punched sounds. So, I don't have the DLC, but I have the trophy info. Will I actually get the DLC at some point? Who knows?
Wait, what are you missing? There was one you had 95%! No, you gotta You gotta do it.
That was the trophy for killing enemies with the dozer blade in the second stage, but I have since gotten that.
Oh. It's time for Barack Fu, where I can't even do Shaq voice there. Oh. That was a video game.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, actually. I don't know what I could add to that.